Hey, my friend, how are you? Hope things are going well with you. Um, Things are going pretty well for me. Went through a little stage of not feeling the best, but that's that's the weather here in San Antonio, Texas. You can have at least three seasons in one day here. So that keeps you on your toes and make sure you take your vitamins, keep your immune system up where it should be, and trust in the Spirit of the Lord that lives inside of you. How about that? Today, I just want to share some things with you that was in my spirit and just from my heart, really. I was thinking Sunday where I attend, our Sunday school lesson was surrounded um, with great information regarding doing what God puts on your heart to do. Matter of fact, it was about Jonah. There are some great, listen, really, if you can really open your mind, there are some great stories in here in this book. I mean, some great, great stories. And I think they are designed to activate and increase and motivate you as it relates to your faith in the Spirit of the Lord. But in this particular book of Jonah, you should read it. It's not a long book at all. Matter of fact, it's a good little read. It's an excellent story. But what I found in this was that it's amazing how that when we do what we are called to do, our purpose and what God has assigned to us to do, when we follow that, there are some blessings that come because we're being obedient to His word or to the word that has come to us. Matter of fact, when we open the Sunday school lesson on Sunday, it opens up with saying that, and the word of the Lord came to Jonah. First of all, what a privilege for God to speak to us in our spirit, in our minds, in our souls. So, but he spoke to Jonah and gave him some instructions as to what to do. Well, Jonah, being who he was, decided, well, I don't think I want to go that way. I think I'm going to go the opposite way because, first of all, I don't like the people in Nineveh, and I'm sure they're not crazy about me. So, why would I go there and try to bring, reconciliation with them and get repentance out of them? That to me, they're not worth it. So I'm going to go another way. So he pays his ways. He's going to Tarshish and he's going to run from God. Secondly, that's a weird thing. He's a prophet of the Lord, and he, for some reason, he thinks he can run from God, which is really weird, right? So he's on the ship, and so they're having problems on the ship, and they're trying to figure out why are we having so many problems. I mean, this is not normal for us. Well, they found out that there was a bug. There was a freedom rider. There was someone on the ship that had no business being on the ship, and they were causing havoc. And so when they found him, and he confessed to them. He said, I'm running from the Lord, but I tell you what, just throw me overboard. Throw me overboard. Matter of fact, in the song that they wrote about Jonah, in the lyrics it says, throw me overboard because I have a hiding place. Well, I don't know if Jonah knew he had a hiding place or not, but I do believe that he was at a place in his life where it didn't matter what happened to him at this point because he really didn't want to go to Nineveh. So, of course, they threw him overboard. And this is what was one of the things I got out of this particular story. And that is sometimes it appears that where we are is a negative. It's a place where we don't want to be and things are not going to work out. But sometimes I believe that God will allow us to be in places where it seems like it's a negative, but it's really a safe place for us to recoup and regroup and to communicate with Him by ourselves. I've learned, and matter of fact, I got this from another orator that says, is give God 10 minutes every day, silent, no phone, no Facebook, no YouTube, no radio, no television, just you and the Spirit of God. 10 minutes every day. Give him 10 minutes, and you will hear what he wants to say to you. It'll come in your spirit. And I found that to be true. I mean, every time I do it, I'm telling you, I get a revelation, I get a revelatory word from the Spirit of the Lord that lives inside of me. Anyway, so here he is. He's in the belly of the whale. What an awesome story, right? In this place in the whale, he decides to call on the Lord. He decides to pray. What grace God has for us. Even when we don't do what he asks us to do, he shows us grace. And he had grace for Nineveh as well, which Jonah didn't have grace for them, nor did Jonah have mercy for them. But God has grace for everyone that needs him, and everyone needs him, right? So Jonah prayed to the Lord. Check this out. Awesome, awesome, awesome. He prays to the Lord. The fish is sick now, and he regurgitates Jonah out of his mouth, right? Check it out. If Jonah had not been in the whale, anything could have ate him up. Piranhas, sharks, anything could have ate him up in the sea, right? But God fixed it where he would be inside of the whale, right? And then he could have time to pray and get a deliverance. Now, this is a 3-day journey from where Jonah is, right? But he makes it in 1 day. Check this out. He speaks the word of the Lord to Nineveh, right? From the head of the city to the lowest. I mean, the whole city, as if they were waiting for a word. The whole city repents and turns from their wicked ways to God. What a testimony. Jonah is not even excited about it. He's more concerned about this tree that he's sitting under that went away. That's a whole nother story. But Jonah is not even excited that the city repented. I mean, they repented of their sins according to this story. But there are other stories in here that will cause your faith to grow. Look at Daniel. Where in the world can you put a man in a den of lions and he can use them as pillows, a comfortable, lay down and relax, right? Or where other story, where else are you going to find that 3 guys are going to decide to not be obedient to the king, and they're going to be put in the fiery furnace, right? They get in the furnace, and according to the story, not only are they in the furnace, the men that put them in the furnace, they died from the heat because they turned the heat up. But that's not how the story ends. What makes the story so awesome is that the men that they put these 3 boys in there, but in the fire there's another figure in there, which is the Lord, according to the story. So what I'm saying to you, it causes your faith to grow because wherever you are, God is there. David said, if I go to hell, he's going to be there. If I made my bed someplace else, wherever I go, the power of God is there. So I'm sharing with you today. Listen, wherever you are, God is. That'll preach by itself. Wherever you are. Well, I'm telling you, really, no, really. Wherever you are, God is. Matter of fact, you breathing? If you're breathing, God is. God is in there. If you're breathing, God is there. So what I'm saying to you is that let your faith be activated from these stories. These are great stories, and use them to your best ability. Matter of fact, last Saturday evening, we heard an awesome message from Pastor Demetrius here in Texas. And I'm telling you, he shared with us that our season, this is a new season for us, for believers, people that trust in the power of God, trust in his name, trust that he's able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can even ask or think. And I want to share with you some of what he said to us, and that your old season is gone. This is a new season, and you don't want to miss this new season. I know I don't want to miss it, and I know that as I'm doing what I'm told to do by the very spirit and unction of the power of God, things have to work out. Things always works out for us as we trust in the power of God. Things always works out. He always comes through one way or another. Trust him. Trust him. Let him do what he's going to do in your life. And I'm telling you, this is a new season. You don't want to miss the new season. And I'm going to talk about that maybe tomorrow. I'll talk about that. But I'm telling you, there are some great stories here to activate your faith, to cause you to really know that God is looking out for us, that he wants the best for us, that he wants the best for us, and he wants the best out of us. We want to give him our very best. Matter of fact, my wife has a slogan that she says, go all out. When you are in service, wherever you are, give it your very best. Give it your best, because God gave his best, right? Now, according to this, he gave his very, very, very best. So on this day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, wherever you feel you are spiritually, financially, emotionally, wherever you are, let the power of God be your strength. And I'm telling you, if you do that, blessings has to come. I believe it with all my heart. So today, it's a thankful Thursday. Be thankful, be grateful. I'm telling you, gratitude is a major, 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 major impromptu. The more grateful you are, the more God does for you. Whatever area you're grateful in, you're going to get more of that. I'm telling you, be grateful for his love, kindness, tender mercies, his grace, his long suffering with us, his anointing that he puts into our life, and the gift, talent, skills, and ability that he has put into us that we need to share. The gifts and talent, skills, and abilities are not just for you, it's to share the good news of the gospel of Christ that lives in this life, in this body where we are now. So, having said that, have a great day, have a wonderful day, and let your faith blossom. Let it grow, let it grow. Know there is nothing hard for the God that lives inside of you. All right? Have a good one. I love you. Blessed be your life. All right? Blessed enough. Talk to you later.